This year, I made $23,647. That's it. You can all go home now. No? Okay. Here's the breakdown. I'm going to be as open as possible and give you a look into a realistic studio revenue structure so that you can decide if you truly want to be an indie game developer or not. You can achieve sustainability, but wealth is a far-off dream for most of us. Are you still interested? Okay then, here it is. I released one game this year called Spooky Survivors, and I released around 20 assets this year. My studio makes more from assets than games, and I position it that way because assets are much easier to make and manage and have shorter development times and risk, and you're less likely to get bored. In my opinion, assets are a great way to sustain yourself as an indie. But this isn't an inspirational video, it's a financial one. I just wanted to show you why I make so many assets. So, one game released, 20 assets released, 2 clients worked for on a freelance basis, and many prototypes made. It's been a busy but good year. I make revenue through these methods. The sale of video games on Steam and other platforms. The sale of assets on multiple marketplaces. Freelance work as a game designer. This year, another addition was added. I was paid to create prototypes. So, here's what each earned. On Steam, my new game Spooky Survivors made $528 gross dollars. Not very good, but it was only a small side project made in 2 months of part-time work. That game also made an additional $275 away from Steam on other platforms. Then my legacy games made another $718, $159 and $117 on Steam respectively. These also made a combined $2,037.5 plus $100 away from Steam. So all in all, my games made me $3,934.5 this year selling on Steam and other game stores. Let's move on to my asset store sales. I sell on the Unity Asset Store, Epic Games Fab, and others like Game Dev Market, itch.io, and CubeBrush. Assets are what I spent most of my time on and are my main source of revenue. Here's what I made and where. Unity Asset Store, $8,588. Fab, $1,920.26. itch.io, $555.25. Others, round about $100. Total sales from assets, $11,163. Okay, that's it for assets. I had great growth in my asset sales this year, 3 times more than last year. Now, client work, freelance. I had 2 clients in 2025 with 1 contract ending due to financial issues on their end. So here's what I made. Client 1, $500 per month times 12 months, $6,000. Client 2, $250 times 5 months, $750. So that's it for the freelance work. I made $6,750 there. Lastly then, my prototypes. I participated in a Jandal 3 times this year with 3 different prototypes, each paying me 10,000 Rand per round, which is more or less $600. So that was round about $1,800 as well. And that's it. Those were my income sources this year, so let's total that up. From game sales, I made $3,934.5. From asset sales, I made $11,163. From freelance, I made $6,750. And finally, from the Jamdal, I made another $1,800. So in 2025, I made a total of $23,647 rounded down. So that's a gross amount of $1,970 per month. This is between 30 to 35,000 Rand, which is my local currency in South Africa. This is gross, however, so before taxes and fees. After that, I'm left with about 20 to 25,000 Rand after all deductions, depending on the month. With this, I can afford all my basic needs and even some small luxuries. I'm relatively comfortable, to be honest, and I am still searching for a job in the AA or AAA space, because I think for long-term financial sustainability, that would be a better target for me. So, how hard did I work this year? Well, that's a weird one. On the one hand, I do work very hard and I sit for long hours. But on the other hand, I'm able to get up and go and have a coffee at the mall whenever I want. I'm able to take long walks for hours next to the sea and not worry about it too much. My time is truly my own. I live in Knysna, which is a beautiful little coastal town in the Western Cape of South Africa. It's a very fulfilling life. I wouldn't change a thing about it. But I also know I'll most likely never be wealthy. However, I'd rather spend my time the way I want to create the experiences I want than make tons of money. I'm okay with these finances for now, and if I can achieve slow growth over time, I'll be doing this for decades to come. I am, however, still searching for a job in the professional game dev space. You have to consider, however, that these systems and assets that I have created took a ton of time to build, and I've been doing this since 2014. So if you do want to get into game dev, the first few years are pretty rough. But if you can get to about year 5, you'll start achieving some sustainability. A part of why I work less now is my prowess and speed. I work much faster than before and I can get a lot more done in less time. But to be honest, I still work many more hours than your average job. You also have to consider your expenses. I won't get into it too much, but there are things like licenses, porting fees, office space, outsourced work. For me, this is mostly things like concept art, electricity, and all your personal expenses. So, what are my prospects for next year? Well, I've got quite a few, to be honest. Next year I aim to keep at it with my asset sales, hopefully surpassing the 10,000 USD mark on the Unity Asset Store and the 5,000 USD mark on the Epic Fab Store. Apart from that, I plan to release 2 games next year, with one likely to do well financially. I also plan to port my games to consoles for the first time next year. Now, this is a high upfront cost, but should yield good long-term revenue. So, next year looks like an exciting one to me and looks to be my best financial year to come for a while. I aim to surpass $30,000 next year. So to see this out, I love being an indie developer and I most probably always will be one in some capacity. Even if I do get that AA or AAA job, I'll still be doing this in my free time. But you have to get creative and you have to actually do the work. You have no boss, you are the boss. No one is going to do it for you. You have to do it. So if you want this, earn it. Okay, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to see more of me in 2026. And Happy New Year to you all. Until next time, keep grinding.